So one of the many questions I get asked here at the channel on a pretty regular basis is what is the best way to farm for God-rolled mods and how can you really maximize your gameplay when you're trying to pick them up? Now obviously these are questions that are asked by new and returning players, therefore today my friends I wanted to take a few moments, go over a few details, and as always answer some of the questions you've sent the channel. What's up my YouTube family, welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and today I continue the series where we go over some tips and tricks for new and returning players, and obviously today is all about farming mods. Now as most of you know, having these maxed out mods on any of your builds can truly have a big impact on the numbers you're going to see, whether you're talking about crit hit chance, crit hit damage, armor regen, it doesn't really matter. So the first thing we're going over is what is the most efficient way to farm for God-rolled mods in the game, and in my opinion, it is playing Countdown just because of the sheer volume of loot you're going to get in under 20 minutes. Now, as I say that, obviously, like anything else in this game, the higher the difficulty you play is going to equate to better loot falling from NPCs. Now, to be clear, every single god roll I've had in the game has dropped from NPCs in the open world either on heroic difficulty or when I'm playing Countdown on challenging. And the only reason I'm bringing that up is because a lot of you have reached out to the channel asking, do you need to be on legendary for these god rolls to drop? Now, obviously, if you can play in legendary, that is going to greatly increase your odds, but it is not required to get these god rolls to drop. You can get them on the lower difficulties as well. Now the first thing I need to mention, and this is for again those of you just new and returning, if you're jumping into Countdown, you want to make sure you have inventory space. Now you can see when it comes to my gear, I'm at 126 out of 150 and my mods are at 63 out of 100, and at the end of this video you're going to see that after one round of Countdown on challenging difficulty that took 17 minutes, both of those inventory slots are completely and totally full. So my recommendation is to roll into Countdown with at least 40 spots available in your regular inventory, and if you're farming for mods, make sure you have enough space in there as well, because again, you don't want to miss out on anything because you can't pick it up, and at the same time, you don't want to be playing Countdown having to manage your inventory while you're playing. And I know this is going to take us in that rabbit hole of do we need more inventory space, but again, that is for another day. Now, as I said earlier, if we're talking about sheer volume of loot you can gain in the shortest amount of time possible, this is the way to go. And it does not guarantee you're going to get any god rolls whatsoever, but either does anything else in this game, and like I said earlier, always play in the highest difficulty you possibly can. Now, for those of you that have no interest in playing Countdown, you can still use this method in the summit because you can pick your targeted loot, but in my opinion, this is the most efficient way to try to get this loot. Even if you are uncomfortable playing, just jump into it. You know what I mean? Follow what everyone is doing. You're going to figure everything out. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Now, as I start to wrap this video up, I want to mention two more important things for those of you new and returning. First of all, you cannot optimize your mods, whatever they are, when they drop. That is how they're always going to stay. And secondly, there is no way in this game to try to get certain mods to drop from NPCs. And what I mean by that is when you're playing, you could do a full round of Countdown, and the majority of mods that drop could be ones for skill builds, and in your mind you're thinking, I'm just trying to get a maxed out crit hit chance and crit hit damage. Remember, it is all RNG, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck. On that note, I want to take a moment as always and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel, and remind you, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
You are now group leader.